Welcome back to the Morning Blend. It's heartbreaking to visit a loved one and see signs of memory loss, but figuring that out as early as possible is always best. Justine Barton knows what you should look for during your holiday visits with family. She is with Azura Assisted Living and Memory Care. Hi, Justine.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us. I'd love it if you'd start by just sharing some things that we could be looking for when we're spending time during the holidays with family and friends, especially aging loved ones.
Yeah, so having a loved one with any kind of cognitive impairment can be extremely challenging. And we at Azura want to support those dealing with this memory care journey. So, some things that people should look for as they're visiting their loved one this holiday season are appearance, their living conditions, finances, any physical changes, and then communication challenges.
Really important things. That's a lot to take in, but I think some of those things are just obvious when we visit, especially during the holidays. And I think that's why the timing of this is so good, because sometimes we get a little extra time in someone's home or to be around them, maybe even overnight, for example, which is so important. So what are some of the things that specific to appearance that we should be looking for?
Sure. Families should make sure that their loved one isn't neglecting their personal care tasks. So, looking at their clothing, do they have unwashed clothing, stains or wrinkled clothing? Is their hair uncombed? Is their face not shaved? Do they have a body odor or even bad breath? Because all of these can be indicators that someone is neglecting their personal care tasks and can be a sign that someone is struggling with memory loss.
Yeah, that's so tough, I think, to notice those things. What about things within the home that we could be seeing?
Sure. So, as someone is experiencing memory loss, it can be extremely difficult for them to take care of a household. So, looking at, mail piled up, dirty dishes in the sink, things strewn about the home, unwashed clothing or clothing overflowing, um, and even hoarding of objects. That can be one of the first signs of dementia. So, if someone's collecting napkins or sugar packets, or really just anything that someone would typically hold on to, that can be a sign that someone's struggling with dementia.
Things that just seem a little bit odd for them. What about signs that they're neglecting their finances? This one seems like it could be a little trickier because sometimes parents or older people can be, I would think, private about those things.
Yes, that can be extremely difficult because no one wants to give up that independence, right? And a lot of people don't want to share their financial situation with their adult children. So it's important for while you're visiting to look at, their mail. Do they have unpaid notices or late notices, collection collection notices, and then do they have money strewn about the home, or are they hiding money or misplacing their wallet or their purse? It's really important to look for these things because an early sign of dementia is struggling with finances and really can leave loved ones open to financial scams, unfortunately.
We were looking at some video of one of your beautiful memory care facilities. I've been there personally, and it really is so nice and has such a comfy, home-like feeling. I wanted you to quickly touch on physical changes we might notice, as well as communication issues.
Sure. Yeah, so some of the physical changes look for is any kind of weight changes, whether it be gain or loss. That can signify that someone is forgetting to eat or forgetting that they already ate. Also, looking at any change in posture or even bruising or skin tears could be a sign that someone's falling or bumping into objects throughout their home. And with the communication, those with a higher IQ or a higher education level become really good at masking their cognitive deficits so that families don't notice. They can follow along in a social conversation, But if you ask them those more complex questions, they're just not able to answer it. So can they, if you say, what do you want to eat? Can they answer you? Or do they say, oh, I'll eat whatever you're having? Because making decisions or choices can be extremely challenging for those with memory loss.
Real quickly, what can people do about it if they notice some of these changes?
Well, we at Azura are Wisconsin's dementia care experts, and we offer more training than any other memory care community. And we want to be a resource to all. So whether it's coming to one of our monthly support groups or presentation, or even just borrowing a book from our resource library on Alzheimer's or dementia, we want a resource to all. So please feel free to reach out to us anytime.
It's fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. There's so many important things that you mentioned today, and we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and today at 4 o'clock, I want to mention that one of my favorite people, former Governor Marty Schreiber, will be giving a free special presentation on learning, coping, and surviving as an Alzheimer's caregiver. Marty's talk is available via Zoom. He has some incredible experience with his wife, Elaine. He's written a book about it, too, and his presentation, I'm sure, will be heartfelt. You can learn more on the Azura website. It's azuraliving.com. Azura also offers in-person caregiver support groups, as we just mentioned, at the Fox Point and Brookfield locations. Brookfield meets the second Thursday of every month, and Fox Point is the second Tuesday of every month, both from 4 to 5:30 p.m. And for more information, you can call Azura at 414-208-5215 or visit azuraliving.com.